Okay. Hi, I'm Amber. So, I've been watching the Netflix show Gypsy, which premiered in June. I think it was June 30th when it came out. So, I've been watching the show and I actually really liked it. So, I looked up the show and apparently it's been getting a lot of hate from critics. It actually has a 27% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I couldn't just help but wonder, why does it have such a bad rating on Rotten Tomatoes? Now, before I get into this show, I just want you to know I didn't necessarily finish the series. I think I'm at episode 6 or 7, but overall, it's a good series. I mean, I genuinely like it. The acting is good, the directing is good. I think that the story is actually decently well written and told, despite some critics not agreeing with me. So I couldn't just help but wonder what went wrong here. So I really thought about this for a long time. How come I think that it's such a nice show, but critics don't? And that's where I realized that Gypsy is a victim of mismarketing. Now, I was actually shocked at this. So I went back and watched some of the Netflix trailers for the show because I was genuinely perplexed because I really like the show. And in the trailers for the show, is basically in the way it's shot and composed together. It depicts Gypsy as some type of psychological thriller. But that's not right. Gypsy isn't a psychological thriller. When I think of psychological thriller, I think of one movie in my mind, and that is The Gift, starring Joel Egerton. That is my always been my go-to movie when it comes to psychological thrillers. But watching Gypsy throughout, and I did not watch any of the Netflix shows for the show, I just jumped in. I didn't see it as a psychological thriller. I saw it more as a drama, honestly. Honestly. And I think that's what honestly got me realizing it's a victim of mismarketing. So many critics define the show as being slow because, well, when you're sitting there, you're told you're watching a psychological thriller. You're anticipating a psychological thriller, like, oh man, I'm about to see something scary. I'm about to have some jump scares. There's about to be murder. But no, Gypsy is in fact nothing like that. Gypsy follows the story of this woman who tries, named Jean, who tries to hide this other version of herself named Diane, and they both sides keep on conflicting with her work, and she starts losing herself and starts believing she's Diane in certain scenarios, and it's just insane. But it's not a thriller. Now, I believe if they had changed the marketing for Gypsy and they marketed it as a psychological trauma, then it would be so different because Gypsy isn't bad. It's honestly really good. And I like how the little things in the story actually come back later at some point. Like there was this one scene in the show when when this girl went to steal a dog, right? And Jean left glasses there. And then the glasses appear later in the episode. And you're like, wow, such an insignificant fact I saw was actually somewhat important. So I think that's ultimately where the show lacks luster because honestly, it's just so good and the acting is so great. There's this character in the show named Sydney, and I'm not saying that the rest of the performances suck, but this character, I don't know why, but I was just like, you rock that role. So it was still overall, it's a nice show. You should watch it. Give your opinion. I mean, thank you for watching. Watch some of my short films. I would love to get critique on them. I'm trying to strive better when it comes to storytelling. Now, if the shots aren't that great, I get you. I get you. I'm not a director. I'm not a shots person. But like storytelling is where it's at for me. So I would love it if you could comment down on some of my other vids and tell me about them. But thank you. That's all. So goodbye.